Please, 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 please. Come on, Tauros. You got your 3 tails. You're so cool. You're one of the, like, not uber, but, like, overused Pokemon in Generation 1. Like, you're awesome. You have cool stats. I want to catch you. This is my goal for today. Let me finish my goal.
Babu's Game Room.
All right, hello everyone. I am under 30,000 Poké Dollars. I think I've spent 100,000 Poké Dollars here, which would mean I've done this like 20 times now, which is amazing and bonkers. So I am starting to run out of things to talk about with regards to Korea, which is great because that was kind of my plan for doing these is, nobody's really said anything about whether or not they want to hear me talk about Korea. And I can't imagine people would really want to watch me catch all of these Pokemon in the Safari Zone in my regular Let's Play. So I'm going to do these off to the side, of course. If anyone wants to kind of chill with me, listen to me talk about Korea, what life in Korea is like, and watch me fail time and time again to catch Tauros. And the other Pokemon that I thought I was unlucky with, but was actually super, super lucky with, all things considered. Anyways, I've talked about food. I've talked about the students. I've talked about the body things. K-pop. So K-pop is one of the big things that is bringing foreign teachers to Korea. I don't know, I guess confession time. When I thought about teaching English, I thought about going to Japan because I'm sure a lot of you know, this is a Let's Play, or side story to a Let's Play. I don't know. This is a Let's Play of a Japanese video game that was a huge cultural sensation in the West, and we know it's from Japan. In North America, we grew up with Japanese media, learning about Japanese culture, whether directly or indirectly, from things like anime, video games, movies, all kinds of things coming from Japan. And I don't know, I think I can speak for a lot of people where Japan, as a kid, it feels like that, it's like that magical place on the other side of the world where everything is like different, but like it's real. And especially as a city kid, you live in the city, somewhere in North America, big city, and depending on where you are, you don't have the same kind of nature, for example, that you see in anime or whatnot, especially mountains. In Korea, tons of mountains. It's so beautiful to me coming from a flat part of Canada. I know Canada has the Rockies, but again, I've never been to that part of the country because it's like an $800 flight or something from Toronto. But anyways, we learn about all of these different things that are in Japan and not in the West. Different fables, different legends, different histories, different like creation myths and whatnot that Japanese people believe or believed, or at least tell their children and put into their media. And they export it to the West, translate it to English. And we see all of these Japanese things and we're like, wow, Japanese culture is cool. But Korea doesn't, or didn't, when I was growing up at least, didn't have that the same way. And if I didn't have any Korean friends, I probably wouldn't know anything about Korea, which is sad because Korea is cool and it's got a really interesting history. But up until K-pop started becoming popular, Korea wasn't really in the mainstream. And nothing wrong with that. It just means that, a lot of people who dream about or want to in the future go and teach English in another country, the big ones are probably Japan and China, because those are the ones that we're most familiar with and the ones that we've kind of received the most media from and the most exposure and have the most exposure to in that regard. So for me, I wanted to go to Japan to teach English because, cool country. The pay isn't as high as other countries, but it's like, well, I get to be in Japan and, experience Japanese culture and yada, yada, yada. But when Safia and I were taking our Teaching English as a Foreign Language course, our TEFL course, the instructor taught in Korea for many years. He told us, a lot of great things. Cost of living is lower than Japan. The pay is a little bit higher than Japan. And of course, we already knew that we liked Korean food. We decided to go to Korea instead of Japan. Oh, and another thing was that in Korea, it's a lot easier to get 2 jobs. Like if you're applying together, it's a lot easier in Korea, whereas in Japan, they're going to be a little bit more like, hey, that sounds kind of sketchy. But Korea's like, yeah, whatever. We get 2 teachers and, we get to save on the accommodations because 2 of them will stay in the same spot. And they're coming together. It's not like we're just assigning random roommates. So, whatever. 2 teachers, perfect. And so all of those things factored into why we chose Korea over Japan. But nowadays, maybe in the last, I want to say 5-10 years or so, maybe 10 years. I don't know. I'm not into K-pop, but K-pop and Korean films, especially with Parasite now. Parasite now winning I'm not even going to embarrass myself and say what award they won. They won some award that's like really famous in the West. I know I'm embarrassing myself right now by not knowing what the award is called, but I don't care about that stuff, to be honest. But I think it's really cool that a Korean film won that award, and I got to see it. Ooh, Chansey. I like Chansey. Okay, does that mean I'm going to get some good luck for my Tauros? I'll just throw a rock at it. I think that's my first time in any of these using any of those other items. And I'm still missing the Pokemon, so it doesn't seem to be helping too much with Chansey. But it still hasn't run away after seven turns. Ooh! I have a second Chansey. I hope my box isn't full. Wow! I'm just gonna call it Egg Beam, because I can't think of anything better to call it. Second Chansey. Second Chansey, wow. You know, maybe this is fitting, because in Pokemon Go, I have tons of Chanseys now, but my Tauros supply is just going down, because that is a regional Pokemon in Pokemon Go. You can only catch them in parts of North America. And when Pokemon Go first came out, Tauros was everywhere. It was like as common as Rattata and Pidgey. So I have tons of Tauros, but they are impossible to catch in Asia and Europe. But I'm in Asia right now, and now that there's trading, everybody wants to get a Tauros. So I've been trading my Tauros supply slowly but surely to my students and other people that I've run into who want a Tauros. So now I have 2 Chanseys in Pokemon Red and no Tauros because I don't live in North America anymore. But I really want to catch it today. Come on, Tauros. I caught a Chansey, so I need to get some more good luck. I feel happy, but I want to get a Tauros. I want to get lucky. I don't want to get lucky like that. Like, I want to catch a Tauros and be lucky. Were you listening to me, game? I think you were. And I got my Chansey, I caught Egg Beam, and you're going to help me catch my Tauros. Please. Come on, Tauros. You got your 3 tails. You're so cool. You're one of the, like, not Uber, but, like, overused Pokemon in Generation 1. Like, you're awesome. You have cool stats. I want to catch you. What do you want from me? What do I need to, like, say? Like, to give myself some good luck? I don't know. I'm just going to keep talking until you stay in the ball and catch. Come on, like, this is my goal for today. Let me finish my goal. Come on. Ah. Bye-bye, Tauros. What was I talking about before all the Chansey stuff happened? K-pop. Oh. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. Figures. So with K-pop recently entering, I guess, the public eye in the West, I imagine that Korea is going to be an increasingly popular choice for people who want to teach English abroad, especially K-dramas, K-pop. Korean culture has been becoming a lot more, I don't know what the word is, but it's being exported a lot more to the West. And actually something that's really interesting to me is that K-pop now is becoming super popular in North America, but J-pop never really caught on. And, you know, there's probably marketing reasons for that, but just musically, I think I prefer J-pop to K-pop. I think that's because J-pop tends to be more rock-oriented, whereas K-pop is more equivalent to pop music in the West. But I like rock music. I mean, I referenced Rock Band in another one of my videos already. Probably talked about it before during this Let's Play. I like rock music, and I do like K-rock from what I've heard of it, but that's not popular music here anymore. But anyways, Korean culture becoming more exported to the West, more people are going to be interested in teaching English in Korea, which I think is really cool. The world as a whole is just becoming a lot more interconnected, which I think is great. People separating themselves and thinking that they're so different from people from other countries, that's not how we're going to move into the future as a species. I think Russell Peters said it best when he said, you know, a few hundred years in the future, there's not going to be no white people, no brown people, no black people, this or that. Everyone's just going to be gray or beige or something like that. I think gray is more aliens. So I think Scyther and Tauros have the same catch rate, so I got really lucky with Scyther, now that I think about it. I'm probably getting really unlucky with Tauros, or maybe this is what should have happened with Scyther, just statistically speaking. So I have talked about so many things in Korea. I've talked about K-pop and Korean culture coming to the West. I've talked about food. I threw a safari ball at an execute again. I've talked about students sharing their opinions. I've talked about boys having body issues and girls being embarrassed to talk about their favorite food, or like even to say what their favorite food is. I've talked about so many things. I've talked about old ladies pushing me on the subways and I don't know why. I've talked about the air being poison. I've talked about the amazing transportation system, which I wish back home in Canada my city would learn from. If my city had a monorail like there is in this city that I'm living in Korea, I would be so happy because it is so convenient. There are no drivers. There's no driver. It's all automated. It's super cheap. It's like $1.50, which is less than half of the price of a trip in my city back in Canada. It's super convenient and it's above the ground. It's above the ground, so it doesn't get in the way of cars or anything. I'm sure it was annoying when they were doing the construction, but unlike in Canada, construction is super fast in Asia. Even in Korea and Japan, where, they have modern first world standards on like work ethics, like safety standards and stuff like that. Probably very similar to the safety standards that you'd find in Canada or America, but things get fixed so quickly. Buildings go up so quickly. Big apartment building was going up beside us, and in a few months, it went from a hole in the ground where they were like starting with the basement to ready for people to live in, fully complete, ready for people to live in on every floor. That was within like months. So, and we're not even in the capital here. So I wish Canada, North America, I wish they would learn something from that. At my university, they were building a new building, and I was thinking, oh boy, like I'm just starting my university career now. I can't wait until the building is ready in, my second, like next year, because it's a university building. I'm paying them thousands and thousands of dollars a year, and that's not including like the courses and the textbooks and everything. Thousands of dollars a year, and they have thousands and thousands of students. They can build a building super quickly, right? No, they cannot. The building that was started in my first year construction. I think it was finished in my last year. And that's just the reality of construction in North America, I think. It just takes forever, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is that makes things take so long in Canada and what makes things so fast in Asia. I know in places like Dubai and other parts of the Middle East, it's because, they don't care if people die. A few workers die, that's just part of what happens. And I didn't even see a Tauros this time. So I will keep going. Let's do a 1+1, maybe 2+1. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, different standards for different parts of the world, and it feels like this is something that East Asia, at least Korea and Japan, are doing right. So Canada needs to step up its game in terms of transportation and construction, but especially transportation. I mean, I feel like I don't even know Canada because of how much it costs to travel in the country, to see all the different provinces. Too expensive. And even just to take a single bus trip in my city costs 2 or 3 times as much as it costs here in Korea. So I'm getting a lot better at finding my way here. My route isn't the most efficient, but it's not bad. All right, I just want to catch a Tauros. I'm getting tired of the safari zone. Really tired. I just want to get my Tauros and get out of here. And I didn't even see one last time. So I'll talk about food some more, because talking about food makes me happy. Cheese. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to find cheese in Korea, but I was completely wrong about that. In Japan, cheese is kind of difficult to find. When you do find it, if you're lucky, you find like processed cheese, or more commonly, you find like dessert cheese. Like you're more likely to find cheese in ice cream than you are in a sandwich in Japan, but in Korea. Oh, and I thought Korea might be the same because, lactose intolerance in certain populations, more common. Kangaskhan is really cool, but I just want a Tauros. Anyways, I was worried that it might be like that in Korea as well, but it's not. Cheese is super popular here. I don't know if, lactose intolerance is a big thing here, but Koreans are super concerned about their stomach health, their gut biome. Korea was probably one of the leading researchers in terms of gut microbiome and stuff, and I'm just guessing. That was just completely out of my butt. Like, the microbiome. Ah, wow, okay. That was a little crude, sorry. But anyways, cheese. Super easy to find cheese. And actually, cheese tok, sorry for my accent. TTEOK, rice cakes. Remember I talked about the rice cakes earlier? Cheese stuffed tok. Rice cakes. Cheese stuffed rice cakes. Pretty, threw bait. Okay, I'll give it some food. And it ran. Yeah, that's why I haven't thrown bait for Tauros, even though it likes to run so much. I have a feeling that would just happen. Anyways, cheese is super easy to find, and I'm happy about that because I would have missed cheese a lot, and I don't know if I would have been able to make it a second year here if there was no cheese, or if cheese was just super uncommon and expensive. Now, one thing that I do miss is having like nice, cheap pizza. Pizza is super popular in Korea, but they have a different idea of what pizza is. And in Korea, it's kind of like a luxury food, which is cool. And you know how like pizza restaurants, pizza chains and stuff, they'll have like those, you got your standard pizzas, you got your pepperoni, you've got like your, I don't know, Hawaiian cheese, 3 cheese. Then you got like your next level, like your specialty ones that are like meat lovers. Did I say that already? Meat lovers, Italian sausage and whatever else, blah, 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 the specialty ones, okay? And then there's like the super deluxe, like limited time promo ones that are like, I don't know, Pizza Hut in Canada, I think had the buttered chicken pizza, the poutine pizza, like those kinds of things that are like a little bit strange. Those crazy, wacky pizzas that's what pizza is in Korea. And yeah, you can get, just your cheese pizza, just your pepperoni pizza, but those pizzas are kind of in the price range of the specialty pizzas, the same kind of price range. And then the specialty ones are more expensive, but like, so basically you can get like a pepperoni pizza, but for like $5 more, or maybe even less. You can get like a super meat lover's pizza with like 7 types of meat or something like that. And some really common ingredients on pizza that aren't so popular in North America. Potatoes are super popular. I like it. It's kind of like, I don't know why I like it. I just like it. And corn is another super popular one, which I actually first tried in North America. My aunt, she was making pizza for the kids and wanted to get them to eat more veggies. And corn, being yellow, was super easy to hide under the cheese. And, I thought that was a genius kind of thing, and it kind of added a little bit of sweetness to the pizza, kind of like how pineapple does, but I don't like the sourness, or I think it's the sourness of the pineapple that I don't like on pizza, but anyways, I thought it was ingenious and made pizza healthy. And then later, as an adult, I learned that corn really isn't healthy, even though it's a veggie, whatever. Anyways, corn is super popular on pizza. Potatoes are super popular on pizza. Shrimp is super popular on pizza, and that is not even getting into a lot of the limited time items that I can't remember. Oh, steak chunks, steak cubes are popular on pizza. Bulgogi is popular on pizza in Korea. So those are cool. Interesting if you want to experiment with pizza, and if you liked getting those like really weird and wacky limited time options that you could get sometimes from pizza chains. If you like those, you love Korean pizza. Now, the weirdest one that I ever saw is like there's this pizza. Safia actually found this one, so I didn't believe her when she told me. She said it was a cheesecake pizza, and I didn't know what that was. It's like a cheesecake pizza. Like, how does that work? Is it like cheesecake style? Like it's like white, like one of those white pizzas without tomato sauce and stuff? No. It was a pizza that, among other things, I don't remember what, it had little cubes of cheesecake. We didn't get it because that sounds disgusting. But from what our translation apps could tell us, it was actual cheesecake. Actual cheesecake on a pizza. It probably had tomato sauce. Real cheesecake chunks, cubes, and tomato sauce. I'm guessing Domino's Pizza or whoever it was, they had some cheesecakes that were not selling, and they had to think of a way to get rid of them. Limited time pizza. Boom. It sounds disgusting. It was not cream cheese, which wouldn't be as bad. Still not something I would get probably, but not as bad. Cheesecake. I almost wish that I could try it, but it was like a full price pizza. And no, it would just be too disappointing for me. Can't do it. That said, a lot of the other deluxe options with like their shrimp on it and everything, those are delicious. Shrimp and steak, it's like a surf and turf pizza. Super fun. I do kind of miss just getting like a regular, pepperoni pizza, like a slice for, $2 or something. I miss that. Can't get that in Korea. The pizza shops, they just have pizzas, like full, comes in a circle. Can't get a slice, just a slice. They don't have those small things anywhere, at least from what I've seen. Maybe in the capital, maybe with places that cater more to tourists might have those kinds of things, but I haven't seen a place to just get a pizza slice. But I think, having an episode talking about pizza, that's enough. I don't know if that's a 2+1, 1+1, I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Send me some good vibes. I know you guys aren't watching this yet, but retroactively send me some good vibes. Past me, when I'm recording this, we'll get them. Anyways, thank you again for watching. I will see you guys next time, and have an awesome day and an awesome week.